Welcome back to more Final Fantasy 16. In the last episode, we started Mid's new quest, letting off steam, where we went and got Moot Stardust for Blackthorn with Gav, while we let Otto do whatever. And then we helped, what's her name, as Mid called her, but it was Helena, the engineer, go and get the structure that was being guarded by a one-eyed flying bat. We helped a baker relight his apprentice's steam, and we helped Quentin figure out what was going on in Lost Wing, which was the Black Knights were stalking them. And we saw how dark Quentin can get. And then we came back here and we did the last one, which is where we figured out what we needed to do to make sure the ship didn't get too heavy and just catch on fire. So we had to go to the market and get some ingredients with Jill, and we had a nice little chat with Jill, just like we did with Gav, and both of them were delightful scenes. I much preferred the one with Jill, but then again, that's just because I like Jill's like probably my second favorite character in this game, next to Joshua. But let's get on with it, right? Oh yeah, and Tarja was here with Harpocrates.
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. Now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obelus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Subtle.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Harpocrates. I'm not. His name escapes me every time. I'm always like, how the hell am I gonna say his name? Harpocrates.
Well,
Harpocrates. I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to saying his name now. You know what I'm saying? Harpocrates, because it's like Hippocrates is like the play on, but you know, for some odd reason it was like just because his name starts with harp, my brain was always like, how am I exactly supposed to pronounce this? And then I stopped playing the game and I play it again and it's out in my head.
sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Ian, I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, let's start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
That is true. I'm not. Blackthorn's doing all that work. Helena and her group had lugged the whole thing here, and Tarja and Harpocrates are the two putting it together, or making
When I got
the
into
concoction.
smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision, walloping.
I love how he said that. Precision walloping. And I wasn't the only one. Mid's giggle. Damn, dude. Sometime later. Oh. Wait, hold up. Is the hideaway the ship?
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a slick for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Oh boy.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
Little.
There's just one thing I need to finish up first. No.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Making me the captain of the Enterprise, eh?
Rick told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail around the lake.
No. Kids. This whole thing is a fucking ship. At least it looks like that anyway. I've thought that from the very beginning, that this looks very suspiciously ship-like.
Right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl would do anything to put off visiting her own dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that. In those words.
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Man. I might still be able to catch her.
Aw. Come on.
a boat going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-ons in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours, though I for one believe Ms. Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. I doubt the Canavarians' authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
What about Cid?
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time we plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. Right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too.
Hell yeah.
She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Dude, I've been burned. How many chicks can ditch me? The Hideaway. Sid's Legacy. Central Storm.
Oh, Sid. I remember what you told me. If no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cougar is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life Let's live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Hey! Karen?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock the supplies.
Of course, she made it look prettier.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it was never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to coincide.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. No one like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. But that'll stop you. Do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great one with you.
Oops.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance. You let me go with them. Oh, thank God. Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot.
That was a good shove.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goose's traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goose.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
John, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Don't even have to address Torgal.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege is making a proper little outlaw of himself.
She's almost... I don't know. Reverence, maybe? Proud. Definitely pride. That's for sure. What is this? What's going on over here? What's up, Joe?
Find a way into Drake's tail. And we will. Together this time.
Damn straight. But first I gotta figure out. Oh, it's the reading table. Okay. Guess that makes sense.
Thank you, Clive. Not just from me,
but from Kenneth, too.
Hell yeah.
You look like you could do with a drink.
Nope, I'm not that nice.
Keep your mug handy.
I don't have that.
What do you need?
I don't know.
Same fortune, dear.
225, 240. What is even my blade? Diamond sword. My platinum sword's like 220. Okay. Who the fuck has a diamond sword? Okay. It's not as powerful as this one is. So I guess we'll do this one. That's +2, +1, so I'm not really worried. It's a +4.
Yeah, that should do you.
Alright. It's already enhancer +2, but how do I
Anything
get...
else?
I wonder how I get diamond. I don't think she has diamond.
And what can I do for you?
Yeah, she just had the enhancer.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Life?
But apparently I never asked you about Kupka.
Prudence. Why included?
Short and sweet. Just like always.
That's a word in.
You cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Okay, so... Cid II, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I'm confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it's worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you that it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers in Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe, and by that I mean, you know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't they be asking Otto for help?
That's a good question. Clive, something ain't right about that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Well, should be right now. He's always by your side, dude. About the pen is mightier. What is that? Open 10 letters at the reading table. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droops of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Blacksmith Blues Part 2, baby. Okay, did I see another one over there? It's mid. Or Helena, because didn't mid go away? Didn't she fucking disappear? Alright, Blackthorn, what's got you hot and bothered?
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
Really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
That was.
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single wedge blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
I don't know. They're not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could undercast breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
Let's see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. We can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
What are you saying? The other Cid wouldn't do this?
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
I gotta go talk to her anyway. Poor Karen, she's double loaded with stuff.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled ground, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of the mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it he said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Don't even finish that sentence.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignat's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take me meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Great. He's a nutcase. So many side quests all in such a small area. I feel like my brain's just juggling the information.
Osmond, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He's ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Damn it. Oh my god. Where are we at? 31? Alright. Time to go talk to Gout. Yeah, I think it's Gout. Gate. Something like that. Ah! The railing.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
Well, now Mid's not here. Shut up.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Why? What's going on?
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain vendors, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for the house, eh?
You are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I will do you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the Dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million. Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you. Is it my fault?
Ouch.
How much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, you don't. And no, you won't. You've lightened Lord Rossfield's purse enough. After the King's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to sit our begging bowl. Besides, we need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right.
But it's 5 million
That
gil
doesn't mean you have to
each.
shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth
worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
It was something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million an overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Not much of a rocket
Shouldn't be
scientist.
making the rounds, really. You know how it
Rocket.
is with this place.
Rock.
Yours to park,
It's a
ours is
pun.
to wop and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Being ignored, aren't I?
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Oh, boy. That is genuinely hilarious.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
What do you think about Hugo?
But when I close my eyes,
Okay.
only I don't know how. I wish you were here. Your benefactors are a
So what do you
generous lot.
got? 490? Briar clamshell, desert rose, and ability points.
All yours.
Holy shit, that was a big gap. 295 to 410, and now we're up to 550, which is meteorite and high cleric's medallion. Expand renown to unlock.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Oogie. So we gotta slay an elder antelope, find a sword nut, and deliver rubies to Martha and Isabel.
I think Mid might need some help, Taylor.
Mid's not down here, dude. It's probably just gonna be Helena.
Well, that's it then. I'm
Or
buggered.
Owen.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you were mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. I need a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why
I
not?
imagine Talia could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself.
Oh no.
Oh, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand.
All right.
It's just like the
See what I
hippogriff.
can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing. His is last. Alright. So, oh shit. I can't go anywhere? What? What? Why? Oh no, let's get down here and let's just make sure. Ask about the bomb sightings. Okay. Okay, so it's a new one, Bomb King. Because this was where it ended before, the Breaker of Worlds, and now we're here. So there's 7? Damn, it's too many. Yeah, right now the world is completely cut off. Otherwise, we'd have something in Northreach, we'd have 2 here, and 1 here. Oh, shit, I guess we gotta travel here. Because we're landlocked. Onward.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Tayo.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Good for the boy. Hell yeah, so that opened. I figured that's what was gonna happen. It opened the world back up. Alright. Time to give this to Martha.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. Though I doubt it's what you were expecting. We were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Cid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Cid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Cid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Cid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Cid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
Oi.
That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
The star's yours, lady. So, where's the other one then? A bone to pick. It's right there. So far away. The hand of Hyperion. Why can't there be something closer to it? Does look like it's the last one here, though. Oh, so Isabel must be at the Lost Wing then. Right, because it'd make more sense that Martha's Rest and the Lost Wing would be like the closest to an allies that we have in a place. Oh, unless it's the girl I'm thinking of. It's because it's been such a long time since I've heard her name. But
Good girl.
I'm thinking of the girl in front of that gate that's in charge of the courtesans. Yeah, I was trying to think of the word. Like I just didn't want to go outright and say, yeah, the one in charge of the whores. Yeah, no, I wanted to think of like the proper term: the escorts, the courtesans, what have you will. Oh, wasn't this that dude? Yeah, this was that guy's home. Right? Yeah, this is where we took that carpenter. Because this is where he lived. And we fought a random amount of creatures. Because he built a bridge specifically so he could come here.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Not that the monsters are gone.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that.
Alright.
Toggle.
Hell yeah. Get in there, wind. I mean, if you're all just stuck in there, I might as well. It's like, are you the last? You might be the last one, though. Get up, dog up! Oh. You little fucking...
You're finished.
Bitch avoided my fucking Phoenix Rising strike? That was annoying. Yeah, yeah.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
One way to find out. Oh, he looks so happy.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. Just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Toggle. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Do we take them back to her? Yep, that's what I figured. So that's one quest done.
I noticed you and Toggle had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now I know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That's about 5 of them, bro.
I can't lie. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tones for me. Bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Really? Were you? Why do I have to thank him? I mean, it's nice, but it's like, do I really need to?
Ah,
Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah, that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you describe Torgal as having used.
Are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
If I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's family. Nice. Well, that ends that. Nope, I saw that new quest. Where are we at? 52. Hopefully, if we come here, we'll find Isabel. I'm assuming this is where... Yeah. Yep, I was right. The courtesan's master. The lady that helped us while we were here. What the fuck is this place again? Oh yeah, Northreach. I always forget the name of this place for some reason. It's such a simple name, Northreach.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Cid for a rainy day.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Just walks away.
I want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
I'm just hoping this scene isn't like 3 minutes or 5 minutes
Still
long.
alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best. But she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
Oh, if it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Weird. Oh my god. Why am I stuck? I'm on a time crunch here, people. I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes before I'm wrapped up here, man. 3 minutes and you're gonna stick me on a barricade? On a handrail? Insulting. Take the ruby. Just throw it in her face and walk away.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you on my hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hardaway's coffers, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Fine. What goes around comes around.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Cid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
We're kind people.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that desk of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square. Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Cid ever used. Either out of habit.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Arthur and the Dame both seem to have.
But they do.
This is rude.
Before he died. Back in the day, I was a person who brought passage to forget where. I set up drinking Ireland rum with my post not long after that. Me and Cid stayed close. There was the magic working so, and there was no hiding his nag.